distinguished guests, Eulogy of Engineer Hannington Raburu Juma, distinguished guests, family, friends, colleagues, and the community of Kanyawegi. We gather today with heavy hearts but grateful spirits to celebrate a life extraordinarily lived, a life that builds bridges, but not just of steel and concrete, but also of hope, opportunity, and lasting love. We say goodbye to Engineer Hannington Juma Raburu Juma, a man whose life was a testament of service, excellence, and a strong commitment to uplifting others. A son of Kanyawegi. On January 1st, 1958, at Kisumu, Kanyawegi, Maseno Missionary Hospital, a child was born who will grow up to become one of Kenya's most respected engineers and community builders. Hannington Juma was the beloved son of Mama Margaret Odaga Guya and the late Mzee Festo Guya Rajogi. He was the eldest of 9 siblings: Engineer George Guya, Rosemary Jagongo, Judith Guya, Frederick Guya, Maurice Guya, Monica Guya, Ruth Guya, and Eric Guya. From his earliest days in Kanyawegi, Hannington was surrounded by the warmth of family and the richness of community. These values will also form the foundation of character. He was not just born into the village, he dedicated his life to ensuring its children and the children of many others communities across Kenya will have paths to brighter futures. To the making of an engineer. Young Hannington's thirst for knowledge led him from Obambo Primary School to Nairobi, where he continued his education at St. Bridget's Primary School and later to Khalsa Primary School in South Sea. However, it was at the prestigious Starehe Boys Center alongside his cousins Jared Obewa and Jason Orwa that the seeds of greatness were truly planted. Starehe instilled in him discipline, excellence, and a strong sense of service to the nation and community. Engineer Hannington Raburu Juma. In 1979, Hannington and his brother Engineer George Guya were accepted to the University of Nairobi. This achievement brought immense pride to the Guya family. 4 years later, in 1983, Hannington graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Civil Engineering. He transformed from a village boy with dreams into a professional ready to help build a nation. Hannington recognized that education was not just about personal gain. It was about gaining the tools to lift others, create opportunities, and make the world a better place. A foundation built on love. In 1988, Hannington found his greatest partner when he married the beautiful Grace Akech Juma. For over 30 years, their marriage was a beautiful mix of love, respect, and shared goals. Grace was more than his wife. She was his partner in raising the family, supporting his work, and in the many acts of kindness that marked their home. Together, they raised 2 remarkable sons, Harry and Engineer Jasset Gogi Juma. These young men embodied their father's value and integrity, hard work, and compassion. Hannington welcomed his daughter-in-law, Aislinn Gogi, into the family with open arms and an open heart. Then came the greatest joys of his later years, his grandchildren, Zola Juma and Enzi Gogi. In the bright eyes and innocent laughter, Hannington found joy he has never experienced before. He treasured every moment with them, teaching them through stories and an example about the values of hard work and the importance of kindness and the sacred bond of family. A son-in-law to the late Paul Isaka Odero and the late Hilda Odero of Kano, and brother-in-law to Bruno Sturer, I can't say that, and Betty Kagi, Hannington skillfully united 2 families into one strong bond. His home was a safe space where love and the main language was the main language, and hospitality was a cherished responsibility. The builder of a nation. For over 4 decades, Engineer Hannington Raburu Juma served Kenya with a distinction and unwavering dedication as a registered engineer, consulting engineer, corporate member of the Institution of Engineers in Kenya, and associate of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. His qualifications were impressive. However, they were only matched by the commitment to excellence and his passion for nation building. From 1983 to 2002, Hannington steadily advanced through the ranks of the Ministry of Public Works, earning respect at every level. His journey took him to Sweden in 1992, Isami Arusha in 1990, Harare in 1999, where he improved his expertise in road maintenance and management. He brought this knowledge home and applied it diligently across Kenya's diverse terrains. By 2000, he had become a senior superintending engineer and paved roads at headquarters and later at the PDC Materials Department. In August 2002, his exceptional service led to the promotion to Chief Superintending Engineer Materials. He held his position with distinction until December 2004. Under his leadership, the Pavement and Materials Design and Constructions Unit became the model of excellence, setting standards that ensured quality, safety on Kenyan roads. Beginning in 2008 as a managing director of Gogdi Rajope Construction Company Limited, Hannington continued to shape Kenya's infrastructure while mentoring the next generation of engineers. He understood that building a nation required not just technical skills, but also the wisdom to guide young professionals towards excellence. Every road Hannington touched, every bridge he helped design, and every material standard he established were not merely projects. They were connections that facilitated commerce, created opportunities, and linked communities. Through his work, farmers could transport their produce to market, and children could travel safely to schools, and families could visit their loved ones. Hannington built the essential infrastructure of progress, the heart of a community of builders. But perhaps Hannington's greatest legacy lies not on the roads he built for the nation, but in the pathway he created for individuals to rise above the circumstances. In 1996, with vision and determination, Hannington founded Obambo Secondary School. What started as a single-stream Harambee school, admitting its first Form 1 class in 1998, has grown into an educational powerhouse with 5 streams and 1,400 students. Under his guidance and the leadership of Principal Joseph Otieno Kauko, Obambo Secondary School achieved remarkable success, ranking 8th nationally in KCSE in 2003. But statistics alone cannot capture Hannington's impact. He personally sponsored over 30 students from primary school to university, ensuring that financial constraints would not extinguish their potential. At that time, at his passing, he was supporting 40 students across Kisumu County. He funded benchmarking trips for teachers to Kampala, invested in educational excellence, and helped send over 300 students to various universities. I was expecting a hand clap. For Hannington, every child represented endless possibilities. Every scholarship was an investment in Kenya's future. Every student who graduated with a triumph for the entire community. His community service excellence far beyond education. Hannington was a founding patron of several welfare organizations that uplifted entire communities. RACECA Roads and Civil Engineering Constructors Association, which he founded alongside Engineer Yeke. Magere Welfare Association, RADA Welfare Group, JUGRAC, Agua Welfare Association, Society, Kanyawegi Investment, and Mudicon Solutions, and many others. Through these organizations, Hannington provided bursaries, health support, economic empowerment. He believed deeply that no child's future should be limited by circumstances. He dedicated himself to making that belief a reality. A life measured in impact. How do we measure a life well lived? Is it with the roads built, the degrees earned, or the positions held? Perhaps, but Hannington will tell us to look elsewhere. Look at the student who became a doctor because Hannington paid her school fees. Look at the young engineer who found his calling because Hannington mentored him. Look at the community that thrives because Hannington believed in a potential and investment in its future. Look at that family that remains united because Hannington modeled love, respect, and unwavering commitment. Look at the roads that connect villages to cities, enabling commerce, education, and the exchange of ideas. This is how we measure Hannington's life, not in what he accumulated, but in what he gave away. Not in the titles he held, but in the lives he touched. Not in the recognition he received, but in the opportunity he created for others. A legacy that lives on. Hannington lived by a simple but profound creed. Built roads that connected people and hearts that connected generations. He did both with unmatched dedication, quiet humility, and extraordinary impact. To his beloved wife, Grace, you are his anchor, his partner, and his greatest blessing. Your love sustained him through every challenge and amplified every joy. You built a home filled with love and hospitality. Through your heart, though your heart is breaking today, know that Hannington's love for you was infinite and eternal. To his sons, Harry and Engineer Justice, your father has left you an inheritance far more valuable than money. He has given you a name synonymous with integrity, a legacy of service, and a model of what it means to be a man of honor. Walk proudly in his footsteps, knowing that his spirit lives on in you. To his daughter-in-law, Aislinn, and his precious grandchildren, Zola and Enzi. Though your time with him was shorter than you deserved, his love for you was immeasurable. He delighted in you, dreamed for you, and left you values that will guide you through your lives. To his mother, Mama Margaret Odagaguya, and his siblings, Engineer George, Rosemary, Judith, Frederick, Maurice, Monica, Ruth, and Eric. You shared his journey from the beginning. You know the boy who became the man we celebrate today. Honor his memory by continuing the unity and love that define your family. To his colleagues in the engineering field, emulate his precision, commitment to excellence, and generous mentorship. Let his standards become your standards. Let his dedication inspire your work. To his students he sponsored, and the teachers he supported, and the communities he empowered, you're a living proof of his vision and generosity. Honor him by extending the same hand of opportunity to others that he extended to you. To the people of Kanyawegi and the entire Nyanza region, your son has made you proud. He carried your values to the highest levels of achievement and never forgot where he came from. He returned again and again to invest in your future. Carry forward this spirit of unity, progress, and upliftment. The road abroad. As we say farewell to Engineer Hannington Raburu Juma today, we do not say goodbye to his legacy. His influence will continue to resonate through generations. Every student who graduates from Obambo Secondary School carries forward his vision. Every motorist who travels safely on roads he helped builds benefits from his experience. Every young engineer he mentored will pass on his wisdom to others. Every family member who embodies his values of integrity and service keeps his spirit alive. Hannington eagerly projects, Athlete project is complete. The blueprint of his life drawn with love, executed with excellence, and sealed with service. And now, entrusted to us, we must ensure that the roads he built, both literal and figurative, are maintained and expanded. Sickness. For those past 2 years, Hannington has been experiencing alternating periods of great energy, excitement, and enthusiasm. Times when he was deeply engaged in his work, full of ideas, and very talkative, followed by quieter moments when he felt low, fatigued, and less motivated. The main challenge was lack of sleep, something we as a family were aware of and had been managing together with love and understanding. On Tuesday, 29th October 2025, he was working diligently on his personal tax returns, which he successfully filed online and the following day. True to his responsible nature, he wanted everything in order and was determined to see things go through. On the morning of Thursday, 30th October 25th, Hannington left home early before breakfast, mentioning to Mrs. Juma that he was going to meet an officer in the KRA authority, when she called George to confirm, he reassured her that it was likely a normal follow-up given his Hannington's recent work on his tax matters. Later that morning, while waiting at the KRA offices, Hannington found the officer attending to another client and waited patiently in the corridor. It was there while leaning on a rail that he appeared to have dozed off, most likely from exhaustion after days of little rest. In that quiet moment, he lost balance and tragically fell to his death. It is heartbreaking to think that his final moments came at a time when he was simply doing something routine and responsible true to the person he always was, dedicated, committed, and conscientious to the very end. Hannington's passing has left a deep void in our hearts, but we find comfort in remembering his brilliance, his warmth, and his tireless devotion to both his work and family. His life was a testament to diligence and love, and though he's gone, his spirit continues to inspire us every day. A final farewell. Chief builder, master engineer, devoted husband, loving father, proud grandfather, generous patron, community pillar, nations builder, Engineer Hannington Raburu Juma was all these things and more. He was a man who understood that true success is measured not by what we achieve for ourselves, but what we enable others to achieve. He was a man who knew that the greatest structures we build are not made of concrete and steel, but opportunity, education, and hope. He was a man who lived with purpose, loved with all his heart, and served with tireless dedication. The roads he built will carry traffic for decades to come, but more importantly, the pathway he created to education, to opportunity, to a better life will guide countless souls towards brighter futures. Today, as we lay his body to rest, we commit ourselves to honoring his memory by living the values he embodied: excellence in our work, generosity in our hearts, commitment to our communities, and unwavering love for our families. Well done, good and faithful servant. Your labor was not in vain. Your legacy will endure. Your spirit will inspire generations yet unborn. Engineer Hannington Raburu Juma, the roads you built will carry your name forever. May you rest in eternal peace, knowing that you fulfilled your purpose with distinction and grace. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your master. Matthew 25:23. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki nyote. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. Fare thee well, chief builder, until we meet again. Prepared with love and respect for the celebration of the life of Engineer Hannington Raburu Juma, 30th October 2025. God bless you.
Thank you. And basically the Eulogy